Hello, what's up guys, I'm Kyle from KGR, and I absolutely love Amiibos. I've been collecting Amiibos since the very beginning, and I have over 140 now in multiple complete sets. But with that said, Amiibos are no longer in their prime. They're nowhere as popular as what they used to be. Like, the fact that we got a Link's Awakening Amiibo is honestly shocking because we never saw it coming, and Amiibo releases are slowing down like crazy. It's like mainly the Smash Brothers line, and apparently Shovel Knight, and then that's it. And I feel like after the Smash Brothers line, it's done. There's going to be no more Amiibos. It is going to be a sad day when Amiibos do eventually end, but when Amiibos were in their prime, there were a bunch of Amiibos that I wish we could have gotten, but we never did. So this video is going to be my top 10 Amiibo ideas that we wish we could have gotten, but we never did. Now, I say Amiibo ideas, not Amiibo figures, because I have a couple of ideas that involve a crap ton of figures. But it's still a top 10 list. I'm still excited to let you guys know what I wish we could have gotten. But there is a major rule, and that is it has to be involved with Nintendo. Now, as much as I love Crash Bandicoot, and as much as I would love to have a Rayman Amiibo, they're not in the list, and we're just gonna have to live with it. Believe me, I want them really bad. If they come to Smash, then sure, let's get those Amiibos. But that's gonna be like my only rule for it. Like, there's no way we're gonna get Amiibos around it one way or another. But we have a Loot Goblin from Diablo, because sure, that makes sense somehow. I don't know. Technically, they could come out, but again, this is my top 10 list, and I didn't put them in there because I wanted to be Nintendo characters, because that's what they mainly are. We have a couple of third-party Amiibos, I will admit that, but for the most part, it is Nintendo characters. And I've been wasting too much of your time already. Let's get into the top 10 list. Now, I'm going to be like the new guy on Blue's Clues. I'm going to have a phone instead of having a handy-dandy notebook, and still have my nice little chair and go over what I found, I guess. I don't know. So, coming in at number 10 on my list is the mini Mario toy from Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Now, the main reason why I love the Amiibo line in general, at least the Smash Brothers line, is the fact that they look like miniature Smash Brothers trophies, and it's something that I've wanted ever since I was a little kid. And same thing goes for this little mini Mario toy. But if you don't know what the mini Mario toy is, it's from Mario vs. Donkey Kong. It's in the levels where you gotta get them, like, get from the middle of the level to this door. It's a puzzle game. It's really fun, and they're really cool looking. I've wanted one ever since I was a kid, and it would have been nice to have them come out, but no, we never got any physical merchandise for this thing, I don't think, so oh well. However, if they did release him, it probably would have came out when Mario vs. Donkey Kong was coming out for the Wii U and 3DS. That game did have Amiibo functionality, but they had you use the Mario Party Amiibos, and I think they unlocked maps around those characters, if I remember correctly. I don't know, it's been a long time since I played it. But they could have released this Amiibo with that, like how they released a Mario 30th anniversary Amiibo with Mario Maker. And I guess it would have unlocked another level, I don't know. But the point is, I want a physical piece, a physical figure of a mini Mario toy. But no, now we're not getting that. Oh well. Next! Coming in at number 9 is Luigi's Mansion. Now, I want a Luigi with a Poltergust figure so bad. And I know technically you can get those, whether it be the Ultra Detail figures, or the new statue from First 4 figures, or the Joyride figure based on the first game that's super expensive, and I'm like, screw that, I'm not paying that much money for a freaking Luigi figure. I want an Amiibo, okay? It's like a little over $10, and I just want it, okay? Fine, and I'll go with the rest of my collection. So when Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon came out, Amiibos didn't exist. So fine, fair point, we wouldn't have released it then. But we've had 2 releases of Luigi's Mansion since Amiibos come out originally. One being the Luigi's Mansion remake on the 3DS, and imagine how cool it would have been to have a Luigi's Mansion figure based off the first game, the one that I liked the most because, I don't know, I'm a boomer, because being a boomer, because being a boomer is more offensive than being a millennial now. Point is, I like Luigi's Mansion. I like that one. I like the first one because it's darker, I guess. I don't know. I like it more. So we didn't get that, and it makes me sad. We could have released it with the first game and be cool. What could he have done? I don't know. Hints in the game, something like that, like how Bowser and Mario Odyssey lets you know where the purple coins are. Did the Luigi's Mansion remake even get Amiibo support? I'm not even sure if it did. If it did, cool. Because you could have used like the Boo Amiibo to look for more boos. Maybe. I don't know. But also another golden opportunity we could have had was Luigi's Mansion 3. Like, you know how Splatoon had a couple of double packs where it came with like the 2 radio people? I don't play Splatoon, so I don't know the characters' names, so call me a fake Nintendo fan. But it would have been really cool to have a 2-pack of Luigi and Gooigi. And you know how the Metroid amiibo is like all squishy on it? It would have been really cool to have a squishy Luigi, or no, Gooigi amiibo. Or have him actually be like jelly and get dirty really easily. Okay, that's probably not the best idea, but point is, we can make a Gooigi figure. We can make him squishy and make him look like how he's supposed to look in the game. But no, we're not getting that. Coming in at number 8 for me is the Mario Maker Mario. Now, for the Mario Maker amiibos, we've gotten an 8-bit Mario, and it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, visual props. Yeah, we got this. It looks neat, but Mario in that outfit looks fantastic. I've gotten a giant figure of it sitting on a shelf up there off camera, and we have an action figure of it, which is kind of garbage in my opinion because the belt keeps falling down. But it would have been cool to have an amiibo of that Mario Maker because why not? It's another version of Mario. If we could have multiple forms of Link amiibos, we should have multiple different forms of Mario amiibos. But instead we get a wedding Mario from Mario Odyssey, which honestly, I don't even remember Mario wearing a wedding outfit in the game. I think the only time he wears that outfit is when you scan the amiibo. Whose idea was that? Okay, moving on. Back to my point. Mario looks good in the construction outfit, and I want an amiibo of it. What could he have done? I don't know. Something in Mario Maker. Or again, with Mario Maker 2, do a 2-pack of Mario and Luigi in their construction outfits. That could have been a thing, but no. Fine. Either release it with the first Mario Maker or Mario Maker 2. That's when it could have happened, but it didn't. Whatever. Fine. I'm not angry whatsoever. Coming in at number 7 is a Bowser Jr. amiibo. Now I know we technically do have one from Smash Brothers, but I'm mainly talking about him in Mario Party. Now technically this one was actually probably close to coming out, but because the Mario Party line didn't sell all too well, except for Boo. For some reason, Boo is like $50 on eBay loose. Thankfully, I got him. The point is, like, they sat on shelves for a while, so that's probably why it didn't come out. But it's not just an idea that could have happened. Like, there is an in-game model, I think in Mario Party Top 100. I think that game had amiibo support. I know on Mario Party for the Wii U, here if you scan amiibos, you actually get to see game models of the amiibos from the Mario Party line. And I think on a 3DS game, they actually had one for Bowser Jr. And we never got that as a figure. Why is beyond me, and it baffles me because the concept is there. You even had the functionality right there. It had every reason to come out, but it didn't. And honestly, I think this one is the one I'm most upset with because everything was there. Everything was lined up, ready to go. But I don't know if he was planned to have an amiibo release. I would assume so because of how he looks in the game like that. I don't know if a prototype wasn't made. I don't know if they just didn't go with it because of how the Mario Party line sold. Again, it baffles my mind. I don't know. But let's move on. Coming in at number 6, we got Captain Toad. We've gotten a couple of Captain Toad figures in the past. I know we've gotten one from Club Nintendo with an actual light on his head, but I think that might be the only figure that we've gotten over it. And I know Captain Toad on the Wii U has amiibo support. I can't remember if it had it at launch, but I know it does now. So they also re-released it on 3DS and the Switch, so they could have released it then too, but they didn't. And I know Toad himself does something in Captain Toad. So have the amiibo do the exact same thing, but just be a Captain Toad amiibo instead of a regular Toad. But it didn't happen, so oh well, it's too late now. Now, number 5, I was going to have it just be one character, but I think it's better to have it be like an idea. So coming in at number 5, I was going to originally say just Toadette because they released other female characters, like they released Daisy and Rosalina. But then I started thinking, companions. Like Toadette could be for Toad, and we could also have a Birdo amiibo that could go with Yoshi. Because to think about it, the Mario Party line does have plenty of pairs. We got Mario and Luigi. We got Peach and Daisy, and I guess Rosalina as an outlier. We have Wario and Waluigi. We got Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. So why not finish off the pairing with a Toadette, since we have Toad, and get a Birdo for Yoshi, because we don't have much Birdo merchandise from what I'm aware of. There's probably some out there, but not enough. And it would have been cool to be represented as an amiibo. And how could it have worked? I don't know, same thing as Mario Party, I guess. Because they would probably all be within the Mario Party line anyway. And number 4 is kind of the same concept. Also in the Mario Party line, but more baddies. Now we've gotten a Goomba, we gotten a Koopa Troopa, and a Boo. And to be honest, I'm surprised that we got those. I didn't expect them, and we're honestly lucky to have them. But this is just like a concept of like, imagine who else they could make as amiibos. Imagine a Lakitu, because originally that was just going to be my pick, just a Lakitu. But then I just kept going and going, and I also did a live stream talking about this idea. So Soul Panic also mentioned, shout out to Soul Panic. How about a Chain Chomp? Imagine a Chain Chomp amiibo. That would look so sick. We also could have gotten Hammer Brothers. We could have gotten a Paratroopa, but with a red variant instead of the green Koopa Troopa. And it also fall in line with that pairing with, like I said earlier. So there we go. We can get Cheeps, we can get Spinies, I guess. The list could just go on. And so would Shelf Space. Point is, it could have happened. If we'd gotten those baddies, it probably could have kept going, but there probably would be too many. So I guess I can understand why they didn't go with that. But come on, Chain Chomp, that would look great. Okay, now we're down to the top 3. And I love these 3 ideas so much. So, coming in at number 3 is another Link amiibo. Now, surprisingly, there are more Link amiibos than Mario amiibos throughout all of amiibos. Mario is the face of amiibos, which that's going to be pointing for number 2, which look out for that. But when it comes to the Link amiibos, we've gotten like so many incarnations of Link. Like, we started off with the 8-bit Link, and the 8-bit Link actually looks pretty great. I do like him a lot. He looks really neat, especially with the Master Sword on his back. I didn't think we needed that, but I'm so happy we got that on there. And then, like, the next generation that goes up from there is Ocarina of Time, which is probably my favorite Link amiibo because he's classic, and he looks great, and I love the detail on everything on this. It looks immaculate. Hell, we even got 2 incarnations of Twilight Princess Link, technically, because we got Twilight Princess, and then we got Wolf Link. We also got one for Majora's Mask. We got one for Breath of the Wild. We got Wind Waker, and I forget what else. Skyward Sword. We also got Link's Awakening recently. But one that I noticed that they missed for some reason is Link to the Past. Link to the Past is one of the most popular Zelda games. Like that, and Ocarina of Time, and now Breath of the Wild. I feel like that's the Triforce, the trifecta of Zelda games. But the question is, how would he look? He could look one of 2 ways. Option number 1, we could have him look like the 8-bit Link, where it just looks pixelated. But honestly, I don't want that. If we're gonna have a Link to the Past amiibo, I'd rather have it be more based on his concept art, like how he looked in the instruction booklet. Because every other amiibo looks like how they looked in their concept art. And I think the Link from the first game and the Link to the Past are the same Link. Are they? I don't know. I don't know Zelda too much. I know I could just easily Google the timeline, but I'm too lazy for that. Point is, like, they mostly have the same style, but point is, the art style for both of them are kind of similar. They're not exactly the same, but they still have that type of era, I guess. So it would have been nice to see how he would have looked with that costume. Or if you really wanted a pixelated one, I guess we could have gotten a Link with pink hair. Cool. But it would have been nice to have him represented how he would have looked in the super retro days. Because I feel like if you're going to do every other version of Link, you might as well throw that one in too. And I can already hear people sounding off in the comments. What about the ones for the CDI? Sure. And I can also hear people in the comments thinking, what about the ones on the handheld games? But they mainly focused on console released Zelda games, so oh well, I guess we're not going to get too many incarnations of Link, but I feel like they really skipped Link to the Past, so I feel like that one like bothers me the most out of them. So let's move on from there. Coming in at number 2 is Mario 30th Anniversary. Now the Zelda line was for the 30th anniversary. They did multiple incarnations of Link. Now the only thing we got for the Mario 30th anniversary is a couple of incarnations of this Mario, both this color and a modern color. And to be honest, like, it's cool, but I feel like they could have kept going from there. And I just noticed this amiibo has teeth marks because of my freaking cat. So, like, you see this Link amiibo? Yeah. It starts off with that, but then it just keeps going. We have multiple different versions of Link. Now, imagine if Mario did the exact same thing. Because, one, Mario would have more amiibos, and because he's the face of Nintendo, so it'd make sense to have more Mario than Link amiibos. Just saying. But more importantly, it would be really cool to have each version of Mario, like, interpreted as a different amiibo. Like, now imagine how he would have looked if they would have made a Mario 2 amiibo, for example. Whether it be him with the turn up, whether it be jumping, or if he's pulling it from the ground. I don't know. Point is, him with a turn up would look cool. Mario 3, like the way he looked on the box of that with his little raccoon suit. Mario World with him riding Yoshi and the cape. Mario 64 with the wing cap. Mario Sunshine with Flood. And it would look great with the Luigi's Mansion amiibo too. See? Plans are going through just great, but no, they're not coming out. And then just go on from there. Like, with the Mario DS, like the new Super Mario Brothers on the DS, we could have a giant amiibo like this Detective Pikachu. Because, you know, there's a big Mario in it. Then the one for the Wii would just have him with the propeller suit. Mario Galaxy could be a thing. He could be like soaring with the Lumas. Mario 3D World, he could be in his cat suit. And the Mario Maker amiibo, that could be in that line too, technically. But no, we didn't get any of that. I think it would have been really cool, especially if they also really would have redid their art styles as well. Like, I love the way the art style was for the 64 era. And imagine if they recreated that to a T as an actual figure. And also same thing with Mario 3 and Mario 2 figures. Imagine how that would have looked. Like, that would have been great. And imagine it like on people's Nintendo shelves where they have them with the boxes themselves too. And they could have possibly done a different Mario instead of this one, or maybe alongside this one where he's in his fire outfit from Mario 1. Maybe? I don't know. Or imagine if they did a Mario 64 and they kept it polygonal. Oh, that would actually be really sweet. But what is my #1 idea for amiibos? I think Iwata. Now imagine if they did either a Mii of Iwata, which I feel like would be the most appropriate since it would kind of blend in with the line a little bit better, or if they did him actually how he is, like in his suit. I feel like a Mii one would probably make more sense because then you could scan it into Smash Brothers and then it would be an actual Mii fighter. Or maybe also like unlock a Mii of him for your Mii Maker gallery. Because I feel like that would be a great way to immortalize him because he was a huge impact on Nintendo. I don't want to say that he was the face of Nintendo, but like he was one of the giant pillars of it. Like it was Iwata, it was Reggie. Like, sure, Mario was the face of Nintendo, but Iwata and Reggie are like the real life people of Nintendo. Technically, because they were in charge. But the point is, they were more than just like people in a chair. They had online personalities. Like, everybody looked forward to them, whether it be E3 conferences or Nintendo Directs. Like, they had character to themselves. Like, and it's a shame that we couldn't have gotten an amiibo to immortalize him. And one for Reggie would have been cool too, but I feel like it would have been more of a statement if we did one for just Iwata. But that's it. That is my top 10 list of amiibo ideas that I wish we could have gotten. Now, as long as amiibos are still around, I'm always going to collect them. I'm still going to try to go for a complete Smash line, and so far, so good. I mean, it's still complete so far. Same thing with Zelda, Mario, Yoshi. I have all those complete lines. It also would have been cool to have, like, Pokemon amiibos, but that would just be way too many. And I feel like even the bad guy idea would be too many as well. But point is, there are amiibos that we could have gotten, but we never did. And it's going to be a sad day when amiibos do eventually end, because even amiibo support in general has been slowing down more and more. I don't remember Yoshi's Crafted World having amiibo support. Did it? Let me check. No, it does. Never mind. I'm stupid. But Mario Maker 2 definitely didn't have amiibo support. And that one actually took everybody for a curveball, because the amiibo support in Mario Maker 1 was incredible, but I think the reason why they did that is because there's so many 8-bit levels out there. It would have been nice to experiment and have more variety of different art styles in the game, like different game styles. So I guess it makes sense. Sure, I'll give you that, Nintendo. But I'm sure some of you had different ideas or even better ideas. So if you have ideas of other amiibos that could have happened, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your guys' ideas. And also let me know in the comments which of my ideas was your favorite. And also, if you're new and you like what you saw, like button and subscribe button, you know what to do. You've seen other YouTube videos, you know what they say. Same thing, different person, different video. I also got social media in the description, so like if you want to check out my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. Point is, it's down there if you're interested. I've almost thought about doing collection videos for my amiibos, but I have over 140. Even if I break it down to each line, the Smash Brothers line, that's gonna be a multiple part video. I think I attempted that too, and I stopped because there's just too many. That and nobody cared either. But anyway, I'm done with this video. Thank you guys for watching so much. I'm excited to put out more videos this year, and not looking forward to new amiibos because we're not getting much else after this. I love you guys to death, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. So, peace.